Hello students, all of you studied about horticology, that is the study of single species. Now the study of the entire individual of the same species comes under the category of population ecology. It is of two types, monospecific, that is if we study only the individuals of single species, then it is monospecific. If we study population of individuals of more than one species, then it is known as mixed or polyspecific population. Anyone can study population ecology under following heads. Number 1, the characteristics of a population. Number 2, the population dynamics. And third, the regulation of population. As the number 1, population characteristics, these are unique properties of the population, and actually they include numerical patterns. And then population dynamics, various theories that are propagated for explaining the population growth. Now the third one is the regulation of population, that is those factors which enhance or decrease the population density. Now first of all we study population characteristics. These can be studied under 6 heads. Number 1, population size and its density. Number 2, dispersion. Number 3, age structure. Then natality, then mortality, and then life tables. First one is size and density. Size, the number of individuals in a population, अर्थात किसी एक पॉपुलेशन में कितने नंबर हैं इंडिविजुअल की संख्या. Then comes the density. As you know, how can you calculate density? Number per unit area. The number of individuals per unit area in a particular environment constitutes its density. It is of two types, crude density and the specific density. Crude density is the number or biomass per unit total space, and specific or ecological or economic density is the density, that is the number of individual or its biomass per unit of habitat space. In earlier class I have told you about the habitat niche, that is the spatial niche, the trophic niche, and the hypervolume or multi-level niche. So that particular microenvironment where the species is surviving includes its specific or ecological or economic density. Now as you can see in the graph, crude density and ecological density are two different things. Crude density is just a number of individuals in the space occupied by the individuals, whereas the ecological density is the number or biomass of the individuals occupied by that particular species in its microenvironment where it is living, as well as functionally playing the role in the ecosystem, as well as the microenvironment where the particular amount of carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, nutrients it is recovering from the soil, the temperature condition, the humidity, the rainfall conditions. These includes the microenvironment. In that area, the number of individuals or biomass per unit area includes its ecological density. Now the concept of growth. Now the concept of growth rate. Population may remain constant, may fluctuate, can steadily increase or decrease, It depends upon various terms, that is the number of individuals taking birth, that is natality, and the number of individuals that is dying off, that is mortality. Also, the individuals entering a population from elsewhere, that is immigration, and the individuals moving out of a population, that is emigration. Now, the population growth rate increases by two factors, that is natality and immigration, that is the population entering, and it decreases by combining the two terms mortality and emigration. Now, dn, that is the rate of change in the number of organisms, and if it is divided by dt, that is the varied period of time, the average rate of change in the number of organism per unit time is dn by dt. When we divide dn dt by the number of individuals, then we get a specific growth rate. After size and density, the second population characteristics is dispersion. The pattern of individuals in a population relative to one another. There are three conditions. One is regular, second is random, and third one is clumped. In regular, like in fields, when we grow certain plants, we sow in a particular distance, that is in a uniform pattern. Then again comes the term random, when it is scattered. Clumped means some patches are more dense and some are lesser in number of individual. This includes a random phase. यूनिफॉर्म, रैंडम एंड क्लम्प्ड. यूनिफॉर्म जैसा कि आप उसमें देखते हैं खेतों में, खेत में जहाँ पर एक समान दूरी पर पौधे लगाए जाते हैं, वहाँ पर आप डिस्पर्सन किस प्रकार का देख रहे हैं, यूनिफॉर्म. जब कोई इसका प्रकार ना हो, ये क्लम्प्ड हो, एक तरफ ग्रुप में इंडिविजुअल्स लगे हुए हैं और कहीं पर कुछ भी नहीं है, दैट इज क्लम्प्ड. रैंडमली हैफेजेड मैनर में, जब जो इंडिविजुअल्स की पॉपुलेशंस है वो कहीं पर ज़्यादा कहीं पर कम है, दैट इज रैंडम टाइप. नाउ द एज स्ट्रक्चर. द proportions of the individual in each age group constitutes its age structure. Major ecological ages are pre-reproductive phase, reproductive phase, and the post-reproductive phase. The number of individuals coming in these three categories constitute these three types of pyramids. Number one, as you can see in the figure, pyramid with a broad base, that is young population, pre-reproductive individuals are more than the reproductive individual, and the older population is very less. Now you can see the bell-shaped pyramid, where the rate of development, that is pre-reproductive, reproductive, and post-reproductive, is constant. In the third C, you see a urn-shaped or pyramid with a narrow base. That is, firstly, at young stage, the death rate is high, then it becomes constant, and so on. So we get three types of pyramids: pyramid with broad base, and bell-shaped pyramid, and then we see urn-shaped pyramid. A pyramid with broad base, that is high percentage of young individuals. A bell-shaped polygon means rate of growth becomes low and that is stable. An urn-shaped figure means a low percentage of young individuals. They die off soon. Now the fourth characteristic is natality. That is the rate, number of offsprings that are producing per female per unit time. It depends upon the clutch size and the reproductive capacity of the female. Clutch size is the number of individual produced at a time by a female. Now, it is of two types: absolute or potential of physiologically natality, theoretical maximum. It is a theoretical term, that is theoretically the maximum production of new individuals under ideal condition. This is called fecundity rate. Now, ecologically or realized natality is the population increase under the actual environmental condition, and it is designated by the term fertility rate. Natality is expressed as dn to the power dt, that is absolute natality rate, and the specific, as I have discussed earlier, it is per unit number of individuals at a time. Now, clutch size, the number of young produced on single occasion by a female. The fifth characteristic is mortality. It refers to the death of individuals in the population. Minimum mortality and the ecological. Minimum, specific or potential mortality represent the theoretical minimum loss under ideal condition, but actually the number of individuals that are losing per unit time constitute the ecological or realized mortality. Now a term comes, vital index. It is the ratio between the birth and death, that is the number of individuals taking births divided by the number of people dying off. When multiplied by 100, we get a vital index. Now, survivorship curves. Mostly the life cycle of most of the species of plants and animals are included in these three curves: convex, concave, and diagonal. Convex curve, it is seen in deer, sheep, and man, where mortality rate is low until the end of the lifespan. Highly concave curve, here mortality rate is high during the young stages, as you have seen in the urn-shaped pyramid. Like examples are oyster, shellfish, oak trees. Now the diagonal curve. Mortality rate is high in the young but low and constant in the adult stages. Example is birds, mice, and rabbit. Butterfly insect show stair-step type of curve due to their changing behavior during the pre-reproductive, reproductive, and reproductive phases of their life cycle. Survivorship curves, as you can see, for man it is of convex type, for tree it is of concave type, and diagonal for some birds. Thank you.